what's up? Howdy. Today is the first day of the week of kidding season. That is a lot to say. So I have a lot to do today. I have to clean out Daisy's pen, rebed sort of Karen's pen, get the kidding kit ready. I brought all the towels out. I have some stuff left over from last year. I don't know if it's expired. It's all over the place. I have the phone propped up on the hydrogen peroxide that I have just in case. Point is, everything's all over the place. I have to sweep the floor because I'm having people over. It's swept. It needs to be done again. It's a mess. I mean, there's animals that live in this barn. Of course it's a mess. I have a lot to do. So I'm going to take you with me as I clean up the barn and get everything ready for the little goats that are going to be coming. Karen is due on Tuesday and Daisy is due on Friday. You haven't met them yet. You saw them outside. Karen's the big one and Daisy is the little brown and white one. So we're going to meet them a little bit later. But yeah, come along with me as I get my barn ready for kidding season 2020. Me too, buddy. It's Sherlock. He loves to sleep. Oh, I love you too, buddy. I'm supposed to have feral cats, but I beg to differ. This pen last week, and it's gross again. She pees a lot. So basically, I have to clean it again because she's gonna have little goats coming, and I don't want the little goats coming on dirty straw. So I'm gonna pitchfork all of this out, get it into bags. I have to use trash bags. It's horribly inconvenient. It's awful. But I have to get that done. Hopefully it won't be too bad because I just cleaned her, so it should be relatively decent. Get all that done, rebed her, and then get the little kidding tubs in here for the little babies when they come. So I'll explain all that as it comes. The pitchfork is a tool of beauty. So, let's get So the next thing I'm doing is sweeping all of the stuff that I missed with the pitchfork and shoveling it. And then I'm gonna use something called diatomaceous earth. I don't know if I'm pronouncing that correctly. My mom doesn't know if she's pronouncing it correctly. We just call it de-earth or dearth or the stuff. It's like a powder stuff and it's supposed to prevent external parasites. So we sprinkle that all over the floor. You'll see me do that. It's like this gray powder. And then we put straw all over the top of it. I'm gonna use about 1 full bale of straw because she's gonna be kidding and I want her to be comfortable. But before I do that, after I sprinkle the dearth in, I'm gonna be putting her kidding tub in here. It's just this big plastic barrel they use in like industrial stuff. It's been completely cleaned out, scrubbed out, pressure washed, soaped, everything to be sure it's absolutely rid of chemicals, bleached, cleaned, everything. There's no chemicals left in it. And then there's been a hole drilled in the top and we've inserted a heat lamp and it's been completely securely zip tied to the top to make sure it can't fall. If you're using any sort of heat lamp in a barn, you need to be really careful to make sure that it doesn't have an opportunity to fall and break or catch any kind of straw on fire. I'm really kind of hesitant to use them, but because they're so secure on the top of our barrels, we're pretty okay with using them. So we'll put those in here, and then there's a hole drilled in the front, you'll see, or sawed out in the front with a jigsaw, and that's for the babies to go in and have like a little place for warmth because it's Indiana and it's March, and it could be kind of cold. So you'll see me do all that, and then we'll meet back and work on Karen's pen. I'm in Daisy's pen right now. Daisy's pen is now done. Here's our little kidding bucket thing. Not sure if you can see it, but if you look up in there, there's like a light. Actually, makes a little more sense. So just straight up plug it in. There's the light hanging down way too low. That makes much more sense. I gotta zip tie this a little bit more. Yeah. Luckily, it doesn't need to be on yet because she hasn't had her kids. Yeah, that's like having it off the ground. Not even a very affluent zip tie, it would seem. So we'll work on that. In the meantime, somebody else who needs their pen set up for babies. Pull the cord so I remember to do that. Miss Kerin. Kerin, who heard me say her name from outside and talked to me. Kerin is a big alpine, and we have had so much trouble getting her bred in the past. We think we're like 98% positive that she's got babies this time. Hi, Goose. This is Penguin. I call him Goose because he's black and white like goose poop. Anyway, so Kerin is getting all the attention in the world because we're pretty sure she's pregnant. So anyway, I got to bulk up her pen with a little more straw, fluff it out, all of that. I'm gonna put Daisy's water back in. I need to figure out what the best thing to do regarding miniature goats, babies, because they're really little, and water buckets. I don't remember what I did last year. I think I suspended it from the pen. We'll figure it out. So next plan of action, I am going to fluff Kerin's pen. There's a lot of little inedible chocolate chips in here. Fluff Kerin's pen, put some more straw in, and put her little kidding barrel in a place that she's gonna hate it because she likes to sleep in the corner. But the corner is the only spot that I have an accessible outlet, unless I put an extension cord through here, which is dumb because there's an outlet in here and I know that she's gonna fiddle with it, and I don't want her to fiddle with a cord more than she needs to, so I'm gonna put it in the spot that makes the most sense, which she's not gonna like because that's where she likes to nest, and you'll see it. But she'll live with it. So yeah, let's go ahead and do that. There's Kerin's little nest. You can see it because the straw is all tamped down. And there's a nice little goat turd bed right there. So we're gonna put it right in this corner because boom, there's an outlet. Now there's an outlet somewhere in the chicken coop. The chickens are all separate, like in sort of separate cages because the roosters are mean to each other and we don't need any of that negativity in our lives. There's an outlet in there, but I'm not gonna string a cord from that barrel all the way across the back wall, through the chicken wire and into that pen, just to have it in this corner, which would still interfere with their bed. And I'm not gonna put it in this corner because the manger's there. I'm not gonna put it in that corner and string it through there because she likes to stand on that and stick her head out. So it has to go in that corner, and it's gonna make her mad, and she's just gonna kind of have to deal with it. So we're gonna rock and roll and do that. This is a horrible angle, but it's the only spot in the pen I can put you that you're gonna be able to see any of the floor. So you're wedged in the post in the wall. Enjoy the angle. Let's get going. I would call that a success. So I have Kerin's barrel down here. You can't see it. This one I have set up a little bit differently. She's pretty tall, so she's definitely gonna mess with this, which I don't like, and I might have to figure something out. If you hear that whooshing noise, it's the wind. The barn walls are kind of thin. And then Marsh over, or not Marsh, Mel over there is crowing. It might be Rue, I don't know. Someone's crowing, it's windy outside. It's loud in the barn. I have this one strung a little bit differently. I'm gonna bring it out and show you. So on this one, I have this like, this is bad angle technique. I have this like wooden post thing, this, and it stays kind of out so the cord doesn't slide back in. I kind of need to do that on the other one. I don't have any more pieces of wood like this. I'll figure it out. We had it last year, just like that. I don't remember how we did it. I'll figure it out. Anyway, my next order of business is to get my kidding kit ready, which is up in the loft. So I'm gonna take you up in the loft with me. Let's go. Hi, welcome to the loft. I call it a loft, but it's kind of just an attic. We kept straw up here for a little bit, but it's kind of hard to throw it up here because we don't have a ladder. So yeah, anyway, my kidding bucket is a red bucket. I have several. Oh, I lied. It's actually this bucket. This bucket right here. It's little because I don't need much. Anyway, the problem is it gets really cold in the barn because I don't have any heat. You're sitting on a Tractor Supply bucket right now. Anyway, the trouble with the barn, I don't have any heat. So when it gets cold in here and there's something liquid in here, everything freezes. So this actually might not be frozen. I have this in there. It's like a nutrient drench. So labor takes a lot out of a goat, and having something to give them after labor helps make sure that they don't like go into ketosis, which is like when they lose a lot of energy and then they get sick and they can die, and you don't want that. So I'm pretty sure that's what ketosis is. I've been told that's what ketosis is. Yeah, so I keep that in there. I give that to them. This is one of those little nose suckers things for babies. It sucks all the mucus out of their nose when they're born. Or a towel will do that. I got towels. I have like 5 of the cheapest towels I could find at Walmart. They're black so that if they get stained, I can wash them and you can't see the stains and they don't look as gross. Now I'm not going to use them for myself, but I'm sorry. I have a cold, so I sound disgusting. I also have some dental floss. This can be used to tie off their umbilical cords. We didn't do that last year because they were pretty okay on their own. We also have, I don't know where these came from. These. They're like the clamping scissors. Oh gosh, I don't remember what they're called. I don't remember what these are called. Forceps. These are forceps. These can be used to clamp off something if it's bleeding. So if their umbilical cord like is bleeding a lot, you can kind of clamp it off. These actually might be more scissors than forceps because they're really dirty. I can't tell. I need to wash everything in this kit off because it's been sitting in the loft since last March. Yeah, that's important. I also have this. It's a nipple for a bottle. This is a cow nipple, so you cannot use this on a goat. I don't know why I have this in the bucket because I can't use it. Anyway, that's what I found up here. This is not the entire kidding kit. So that means we get to go on a scavenger hunt. And those are exciting and I like them. So let's go find the rest of my kidding kit stuff. I am looking for, well, the iodine is downstairs and it's frozen. So, well, not frozen, it's slushy and I'm not gonna use slushy iodine. That's used to dip their umbilical cords after to prevent infection. I am looking for the actual bottle. So I have a real bottle. And I think it's in the tub that's sitting over there. So we're gonna go check that tub. If it's in there, great. If it's not, I'll go to Tractor Supply and get another one. I need to go anyway to get some iodine. So yeah, and then we'll put this stuff in a real bucket, which you are currently propped up on to see me. Put the towels in there, and then we are going to sweep and get ready for the babies. Feed room. It's a pretty big mess. I did clean it out a little bit ago, but the goats come in here sometimes when I'm feeding in the morning, and this comes in here when I'm feeding in the morning and intrudes. So it's always pretty rough. On the bright side, I see a couple more things that I'm going to add to the kit. I've got some syringes in here. They're still sterile. They just look dirty because the packaging is broken. But these are gonna be used for they're slip syringes. So instead of having to twist on the needle, you just kind of slide the needle on. These are great, I find, for putting oral medication in, which is what that Power Punch I showed you was. So I'll use that to give the drench afterwards. So I don't see the bottle. I remember seeing it the other day. I just do not know where I put it. Also, I have blood stop powder just in case. Like, I can't put that several places. I cannot put that, but it's just in case. And I don't need anything else from in here except for them to leave. That's Watson. You haven't met him yet. Anyway, we have a pretty good kit right now. I have that, but that's for cows. So anyway, out we come. On my way over here to the feed room, I added my gauze and my gloves. I need to find my OB gloves, but I'm pretty sure I threw them away. So that's okay. I'll grab some more when I go to Tractor Supply. In the meantime, grab your cat. And my last thing to do while I'm out here is to sweep. I have to sweep. I'm having friends come over to watch the kidding and keep me company while I am supervising. So I need to clean up the floor and clean up the loft because, as you saw, both are in a state of a bit of disrepair. So I got to get on that. So I'm going to sweep, then probably go to Tractor Supply, and you're going to come with. So that'll be fun. I'm going to go outside and show you the girls. They're on pasture right now. It's mostly just mud at the moment, but they enjoy it anyway. Anyway, I'm going to go show you the girls, and that'll probably be it for this video until tomorrow when more exciting things are going to happen. Goose, get off. He's so clingy. We'll just piggyback him. Let's go. He accepts piggyback rides as a form of carrying. Ugh, he's so annoying. Anyway, outside. Right, buddy? When I'm looking for labor, I look down here at their tail. So goats have two ligaments that run on either side of their spine. Sheep have them too. I'm not sure about cows, but you know, cows are a little more. Anyway, you can feel if you kind of put your fingers along their tailbone, kind of fall into this groove. So they're like kind of right about around here. They're squishy. So when goats start to go into labor, they go away. They get really soft and you can't feel them anymore. So Karen's obviously not in labor yet because I can still feel them. They got kind of like they feel kind of like they're about like the width of a pencil, or so I've been told. They like, if you rub your finger along them, they like bounce back. But she's not in labor yet because I can still feel it. I still feel that there's I still feel that there's something there. The other thing I look for is at her big old rear end. Anyway, I'm not going to show it because no one wants to see goat parts. But it'll get red. It'll get really long when she gets into labor. It's to make room for all the babies to come out. Something fun that you can do with goats when they're far along in labor is you can feel on the right sides of their tummies for their glutes. You can feel them on the left side too, but the left side's got the rib cage, which is their biggest stomach. So I'm not sure if you're feeling their babies moving or if you're feeling their breakfast moving. Sometimes when they get really it starts to hollow out down here. It's hard to see with Daisy, but she's getting kind of hollow. Another thing you can sort of look for kind of reliably on goats is they'll start to get an udder. Daisy has a very large udder right now. However, Kerin, she hasn't really got much going on down there. She's got a little something, but it's not very big. We're working on it. She's working on it. Sometimes goats don't really get their udder until the day of, or the day before. So we're not too worried. She's trying to jailbreak herself out. Hopefully she never figures out how to do that. If she does, I'm in big trouble. I think that is going to be the conclusion of this video. Stay tuned tuned into